All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I am Sarabjit Kaur. The headlines. Aam Aadmi Party returns to power for a third consecutive term in Delhi. Party's newly elected MLAs to meet this morning. First part of the budget session of Parliament concludes. Both the houses to reassemble for next part of the session on 2nd March. US President Donald Trump says he's looking forward to visit India commencing from 24th of this month. WHO names the disease caused by the new coronavirus as COVID-2019. One of the COVID-2019 patients in Kerala recovers. And in sports, in women's cricket, Australia wins the toss and elects to bat against India in a summit clash of T20 Tri-Series at Melbourne today. Aam Aadmi Party has come back to power in Delhi for the third term, winning assembly elections with a thumping majority of 62 out of 70 assembly seats. This is for the second time that party has swept the election, winning more than two-thirds of the seats. In 2015, party had won 67 seats. Bharatiya Janata Party has won 8 seats, 5 more than the last assembly. However, the party managed to increase its vote share by over 6% from last elections. 0.46% voters pressed the Nota button. Among the prominent AAP leaders who won the elections include Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal from New Delhi, Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia from Padparganj, Gopal Rai from Babarpur, Satyendra Jain from Shakur Basti, Raghav Chadda from Rajendra Nagar, Rakhi Birla from Mangolpuri and Ajay Dutt from Ambedkar Nagar. 8 of its 9 women candidates won the election. Among sitting BJP MLAs, Vijendra Gupta from Rohini and Om Prakash Sharma from Vishwas Nagar managed to hold the fort against their AAP challengers. Congress was nowhere in the reckoning as it could not open the account for the second time in a row. Party performance touched a new low with all except 3 of its candidates losing their deposits. Delhi Lieutenant Governor Anil Baijal dissolved the 6th Legislative Assembly of the National Capital Territory of Delhi yesterday. A new order will be issued for the formation of the 7th Legislative Assembly. Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated Aam Aadmi Party and Arvind Kejriwal for the victory in the Delhi Assembly elections. In a tweet, Mr. Modi wished them the very best in fulfilling the aspirations of the people of Delhi. Aam Aadmi Party National Convener Arvind Kejriwal has called a meeting of the party's newly elected MLAs at his residence in New Delhi today. Senior party leader Gopal Rai said the meeting is scheduled at 11:30 a.m. He also said the MLAs will choose the AAP's legislature party leader. After the selection of the legislature party leader, Lieutenant Governor Anil Baijal will be apprised of it. Thereafter, a notification will be issued. In Delhi, a person was killed after some unidentified people opened fire at AAP MLA Naresh Yadav's convoy in Kishangarh village late last night. Police said the newly elected MLA, along with his supporters, was returning home after paying obeisance at a temple in his constituency when the convoy was attacked. In a tweet, Aam Aadmi Party leader Sanjay Singh claimed party volunteer Ashok Man was killed in the attack. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha were adjourned yesterday till 2nd March. They were adjourned after completion of general discussion on Union Budget 2020-21 in the first part of the budget session. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman replied to the discussion on Union Budget in both the houses yesterday. The minister asserted that the government has maintained fiscal discipline under its regime. Ms. Sitharaman said the nominal GDP of the country has increased from $2 trillion in 2014-15 to $2.9 trillion by 2019-20. She said the GST collection has been consistently improving and 1 lakh crore mark has been surpassed in the last 6 months of current fiscal. She also said there is a positive confidence in Indian economy and the government has taken several measures to strengthen it.
The government has put in place an investor-friendly FTA policy with which we expect that a lot more investments, because we are an automatic route, will come into this country. These are concrete steps that I'd like to put before this August House as steps taken by this government in order to facilitate reaching the 5 trillion target and also giving that necessary stimulus for the economy.
The minister said the global sentiment towards India is favourable and that can be gauged by investment flow. Referring to opposition allegation that defence budget has been reduced, she accused the previous UPA regime of paralysing the defence sector. She also clarified that no resources have been cut down to any ministry. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Now we move on to our special segment of Ek Bharat, Shresht Bharat. Unity in diversity is the global identity of India. To celebrate and strengthen this identity, Ek Bharat, Shresht Bharat Abhiyan is underway in the country. When it comes to nationalism, NCC has always been instrumental in inculcating discipline and patriotism among the youth. More from our Ahmedabad correspondent.
Gujarat NCC has undertaken series of activities under this campaign. Talking with AIR, Gujarat Region Defence PRO Puneet Chadda said,
हमने 100 कैडेट वेस्ट बंगाल और सिक्किम से उनको यहाँ गुजरात में बुलाया। ये 12 दिन के कैंप के अंदर उनको हमने स्पिरिट ऑफ नेशनल इंटीग्रेशन के बारे में काफी डिबेट्स हुई, शोकेस किया गया एक दूसरे के डाइवर्स कल्चर, रिलीजन, कस्टम्स, ट्रेडिशन, सारा कुछ बताया गया। रीजनल सॉन्ग्स हुए, फोक डांसेस हुए। इसके बाद सरदार पटेल नर्मदा ट्रैक नाम का एक अभियान शुरू किया गया और ये इसमें भी जो है एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत के अंतर्गत 1000 कैडेट अलग अलग राज्यों से आए।
अपर्णा खोट, AIR न्यूज, अहमदाबाद।
In Gujarat, the Border Security Force BSF has nabbed a Pakistani national after he intruded into the Indian territory in the bordering district of Kutch. According to official sources, the 38-year-old Pakistani intruder, identified as Ahmed Dilawar Khan, resident of Karachi North in Pakistan. He was nabbed by the patrolling team near border in Wagar area of Rapar Taluka of Kutch district yesterday. India has strongly condemned the heinous terrorist attack in Afghanistan, which led to the casualties of a number of people in Kabul yesterday. India has expressed condolences to the relatives of the deceased, the injured, the government and people of Afghanistan. External Affairs Ministry said in a release that the international community must unite in the fight against terrorism and hold the perpetrators and sponsors of terrorism to account. At least 5 people were killed in a suicide attack that rocked the Afghan capital early yesterday. No group immediately claimed responsibility for the attack, which came after nearly 3 months of relative calm in the capital. US President Donald Trump has said that he is looking forward to his visit to India later this month, where millions of people would welcome him. Trump told reporters in the Oval Office that he looks forward to going to India and that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is his friend and a great gentleman. Trump said that he spoke to Mr. Modi over the weekend, and during the conversation the Prime Minister told him that millions and millions of people would welcome him from the airport to the cricket stadium. Responding to a question on a potential trade deal with India, Trump said that he will do it if they can make the right deal. The White House confirmed US President's visit yesterday. This will be the President's first visit to India. He will be accompanied by First Lady Melania Trump and will be travelling to Ahmedabad in Gujarat and New Delhi on February 24th and 25th. More from our correspondent.
US President Donald Trump is coming to India on a 2-day visit at the invitation of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In his maiden trip to India, Donald Trump, along with First Lady Melania Trump, will travel to New Delhi and Ahmedabad on 24th and 25th of this month. During the visit, President Trump will attend official engagement and interact with a wide cross-section of Indian society. This visit would further boost the strategic ties and strengthen the friendship between India and America. Last year, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President Trump met in New York. Both the leaders shared the stage at the Howdy Modi rally and addressed an audience of over 50,000 people. Bhupendra Singh, AIR News, Delhi.
The World Health Organization says the official name for the disease caused by the new coronavirus is COVID-2019. It comes after the death toll from the virus passed 1,000. Tens of thousands of people have been infected. The word coronavirus refers to the group of viruses it belongs to rather than the latest strain. Researchers have been calling for an official name to avoid confusion and stigmatization of any group or country. In a sign of relief to Kerala, India's first COVID 2019 patient has tested negative for the infection in a fresh test at the National Institute of Virology Local Centre in Alappuzha. The patient's condition is stable. However, an official announcement on the recovery of the patient would be made only after her blood test result from NIV at Pune confirms the findings of the Alappuzha Centre. Around 3,367 patients are under observation in the state presently. As no fresh case of COVID 2019 infection has been reported since 3rd of this month, the state calamity alert was withdrawn last week. In Uttar Pradesh, Health Department has put 553 persons under observation who had returned from China recently. State government continues to remain extra vigilant in view of the possible threat of COVID 2019. AIR correspondent reports that till date, no person has been found affected by the virus in the state. Director Communicable Diseases Devesh Chaturvedi said that people who have returned from China are being put under observation for 28 days. Till now, 1,107 such people have been identified and half of them have completed the observation period. The number of fatalities from COVID 2019 epidemic jumped to 1,110 in China today after a hard-hit Hubei province reported 94 new deaths. In its daily update, Hubei Health Commission also confirmed another 1,638 new cases in the central province where the outbreak emerged in December. There are now more than 44,200 confirmed cases across China based on previously released figures from the government. NASA says it wants the next generation of astronauts to walk on the moon and journey to Mars. The U.S. Space Agency announced yesterday that it is seeking to add its astronaut corps as part of plans to dramatically expand its crewed space missions in the coming years. Residents of Baghdad rushed to have snowball fights or take photographs today as the Iraqi capital woke carpeted in white by only its second snowfall in a century. The last recorded snowfall in the city was in 2008. In women's cricket, Australia have won the toss and chose to bat against India in the summit clash of T20 Tri-Series at Melbourne today. The hosts were 21 for 1 in 4 overs when reports last came in. Deepti Sharma scalped the first wicket for India. After failing to fire in their first 3 league matches, India recorded a 7-wicket win over Australia on Saturday. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Abhishek Mukhopadhyay.
Thank you, Sarabjit. With the results of the Delhi Assembly elections out yesterday, most newspapers today carry photographs of a beaming Arvind Kejriwal along with his supporters. The Hindu headline reads, AAP sweeps Delhi with 62 seats, BJP trounced. In some hopeful news from the Indian economy, the Economic Times quoting the finance minister says, economy shows signs of green shoots. The newspaper goes on to add that the finance minister cited 7 indicators of recovery, including higher foreign direct investment and GST collections. Asthana gets clean chit in bribery case is a headline in Mail today. In some warning news, the Times of India says nearly 1 in 2 US adults will be obese by 2030. Cheap, easily available processed food and habit of snacking all day are to blame, adds the paper. And finally, White House confirms US President Donald Trump's visit to India. The Indian Express says Ahmedabad dresses up for Kemcho Trump. And with that, it's back to you, Sarabjit.
Thank you, Abhishek. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Aam Aadmi Party returns to power for a 3rd consecutive term in Delhi. Party's newly elected MLAs to meet this morning. First part of the budget session of Parliament concludes. Both the houses to reassemble for next part of the session on 2nd March. US President Donald Trump says he is looking forward to visit India commencing from 24th of this month. WHO names the disease caused by the new coronavirus as COVID 2019. One of the COVID 2019 patients in Kerala recovers. And in women's cricket, Australia were 29 for 1 in 5 overs against India in the summit clash of T20 Tri-Series at Melbourne. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.com. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.